Good morning, boys and girls. Appreciate you for tuning in. Welcome back to the channel. So, start things off, all right? So, a little bit of situation update. Sorry I haven't been making too many videos as of late. I got sick, and it's just been an uphill battle, man, trying to get the ball back rolling, get the motivation to start grinding again and putting out content and all that. So, sorry about that. But I'm actually on the way out to the range early in the morning. Got up at about 5 and headed out here. So, super excited. I just recently picked up a Holosun night vision and then a Banshee 9mm 5-inch AR. Let me know if you guys want me to do a video on that. I mean, they're from what I've seen, they are just top tier, both of them. I'm really excited to set up this night vision and get it sighted in and nice and crisp. So, yeah, man, if that's something you guys would be interested in, just let me know. But, so I want to talk about today how they are getting rid of commission with real estate. So, about 3 years back, I made the decision to leave car sales and sales in general. I just kind of, for me personally, it seemed like the writing was on the wall. Like, with all the new technology that was coming out, and I made really good money in car sales. It was a tough decision, but it was a lot of fun, man. It was a party every day in that place. That was another reason I had to leave, though, because it was a party every day. So, but with that being said, it was just one day I was just thinking about, like, AI and how these dealerships just don't want to pay salesmen these great wages. I mean, it's one of the entrance jobs that you can get. No college, you don't even got to graduate from high school. All right, I know a kid that he lied on his resume and said he had a high school diploma, and he was freaking out one day. He's like, "Dude, they're gonna find out." I was like, "You think anybody's ever gonna do some digging and find out if you don't have a high school diploma? Ain't nobody give a shit, right?" Like, I've never heard of any employer do that. Maybe they do, I don't know. But so. But moral of the story is, you don't need anything, right? If you got the gift of gab, man, and you're a little schmoozer, you can make some damn good money. Okay. So with that being said, starting things off, man, these dealers, they find any reason not to pay you. So then you're looking at AI and how, I've been talking to some sales managers and shit, and, we'd be like, well, one day we want to turn it to an hourly wage and make it to where we can just hire college kids and pay them a cheap wage and put them out there on the floor and let them start trying to make some money. But not, $16 an hour. So this has been a long time coming, the death of the salesman. None of these corporations want to pay this huge money, $100,000, $200,000. It's realistic for sure in car sales. And that's in car sales. Real estate, I mean, you can really make a sling. I had a couple buddies that left car sales and went into, for one, insurance sales, and then for two, being a realtor. One went to Keller Williams. But with that being said, man, the writing was on the wall. I mean, I knew that. And a lot of guys should have too. Now that we're seeing these realtors lose their ability to make a living, what do you think's going to happen next? You think these dealerships and the dealership commissions, these are very powerful fucking groups of people, man. I mean, we're talking, it's crazy. They swing, they get into the politics. I mean, they control a lot of shit to make sure they're protected, right? As any corporation does. That's, you got a lobby. So, but man, that's just where the market's headed. If you guys are in a sales job, We're all going to be chasing the next job, right? You may want to think about reducing your overhead, because I know those sales jobs, you're making great money, and you got a high overhead. More than likely, 95% chance you have a high overhead, right? So, might want to think about pulling back on that overhead, because either way, we're not headed in the right direction on the economy. I think we can all agree on that at this point. I mean, fuck. Even the left can agree with the right. I mean, first time I've ever heard it, but I saw on Twitter fucking people chanting "fuck Joe Biden" and both sides, left and right. I was like, holy shit! And look at that. Isn't that just something, man? But I don't mean to digress. But yeah, man, you're gonna need to start to diversify. That is gonna be your option. You know, take one of those fat checks and possibly go and, I don't know, get a CDL, go do, man, there's not many good paying jobs out there left. And they're trying to kill CDL jobs too, man, honestly. You know, I just heard recently on Jeremiah Babe that, I guess they're hiring fucking people from Mexico. And this is real, man. Like, I cannot tell you how real this situation is with them hiring people that don't speak English and pay them dirt wages and get them running trucks, man. They do not give a shit. So every single where I look, every pivot I've made, every choice, everything's being threatened right now. Now, in the coming years, man, you are going to have to be extremely flexible. I mean, you have to be jack of all trades. I mean, if you're not that guy already, you need to be working on being that guy, you know? Because what's coming, fuck, who knows how long I'll be driving trucks for, you know? What's my next pivot, you know? And thank God I got out of car sales. You know, my buddy went from making $200,000 a year, and he's making fucking $50,000 a year right now. Think about that. That is 75% pay cut. And you want to know what happened? One day, the dealership said, hey, we're changing the pay plan. You guys are making too much money. They didn't say that. They didn't need to say that. You know, he was pulling $200 all every year for since the beginning of COVID for the last 4 years, you know, and they changed that pay plan on him. You know, you figure out how to work these pay plans and fucking really maximize your profit. And he had it sorted, man. Well, they took that away from him. So, you know, he's wrapping up shop. He's leaving Colorado, man. He's out, you know. I mean, the cost of living, how the hell do you live on that, on $50,000 a year in Colorado? There's no fucking way. Unless you have roommates. This guy's got a freaking, you know, $750,000 house. Like I said, the more money you make, the more your fucking overhead is. Just how it goes for some reason. People just, you know, I make sure to keep my overhead small because I don't like that stress. I don't like the stress of being desperate. If I miss a day of work, I don't want to be freaking out. But I hope you guys are ready to really be flexible, because that's what it's going to take. I mean, anytime you look into the Great Depression, dude, I mean, you know, manual labor is not above me. You know, I hate to say it. I mean, some of these dudes in the oil field that I'm working with right now, they're doing, they got to work 7 days a week. These roustabouts, ain't no days off. 12-hour days, 7 days a week. That's what the job is, right? That's, you know, and you're gonna, and there may be a day coming. And I know it scares the shit out of a lot of white-collar dudes, all right? I was one for a very long fucking time. You adapt. You know, I'll be honest, though. Like, even just driving a fucking truck, man, the first 6 months is brutal. Absolutely brutal. Beating the shit out of your body, right? But moral of the story is, man, you guys are just going to have to be super flexible on what's coming. So, but I am pulling onto a dirt road. And I know how much people hate when you start getting that bullshit in the videos. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate you for tuning in. I'm going to try my hardest to start making more content. And hey, if you're a new subscriber here, appreciate you, man. appreciate you for tuning in. All right, guys, that'll do it for me today. You guys have a good rest of the day. And if you want to hit me with a like, share, and subscribe, that'd be awesome. All right, later on, guys.